Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. Welcome back to Open Roads and Theatre Seats. Welcome back to this background. I promise we're having a minor like theatre free moment, but we shall be back into theatres, into my safe places. It's just that July is ridiculously mad in my actual job, and there's physically no time for anything but it. So I'm back with another sit down video, and this one is kind of a request, kind of a throwback, kind of a time to talk about one of my favourite places in the world, the Wolverhampton Grand, and what is on there. So if you want to know what I'm excited about seeing at the Grand Theatre in Wolverhampton, stick around and we'll get into it in 2 whole seconds. So like I say, I used to do this kind of video in the past. I used to look at different theatres, mainly in the West Midlands area because that's where I'm from, and discuss what's going on, what tours are coming around, if I'm going to see them, if I'm not. And I don't know if people enjoyed it, but when I recently asked if there was any requests for anything anyone wanted to see, one of them was a look at a different theatre. I think it was for either the Alex or the Hippodrome in Birmingham. So if you like this video, then tell me and I will do one for those 2 theatres and maybe more. But I wanted to start with the Wolverhampton Grand for 2 reasons. One, like I said, it is my home theatre, so to speak. It's my most local theatre. Yeah, it is my most local. And also, whilst having a bit of an organiser the other day, I found this and I was like, oh, that is useful. The Wolves Grand are an amazing bunch of people who send out like little brochures of everything that is on. So I'm very grateful about that. Plus, it's useful for me to do this now as the Wolves Grand goes kind of quiet for the month of August, and then the fun comes back round in September. The last show before the kind of quiet time has just finished. It was Greatest Days. It's not the best name for a musical, is it? I didn't actually see it because, like I say, work is manic, and I physically didn't have the time to. Even if I wanted to, I really do want to watch the show though, so I'm going to try and look up where I can see it elsewhere in the tour. But enough rambling on. We are going to put a spotlight, and kind of using their words because that's what they tend to call their little book. So I'm using your name, Wolves Grand. I hope you don't mind. I do love you. But this is a spotlight on the Wolves Grand over the next few months. So the next thing on at the Grand is on the 9th of September, and that is the tour of The Woman in Black. It's not my kind of show. I probably will miss it. But I am excited for people to see it who want to see it. I'm not a ghost ghoul kind of person. I don't like to be scared or frightened. So I will probably give it a miss personally because I am a scaredy cat. But that is on between the 6th and the 9th of September. And after that there are a variety of 1-day performances before the next big show being Ocean at the End of the Lane, which is on between the 26th of September and the 30th of September. I did actually put this show on my list of shows I wanted to see at the start of the year, and then it started its tour, and people have been talking about how it has quite a lot of loud noises. It has a few jumpy moments, and as much as I kind of want to see this show, I'm also scared to see it because I am not a good person around jumpy, loud noises or anything like that. I do follow someone on TikTok and on Instagram called All That Jack, who is I need to check that I'm going to get this correctly, so bear with me 2 seconds, an autistic guy who talks about his theatre trips and also any sensory issues around shows, and he did actually, excuse me, he did go and see Ocean at the End of the Lane, and the great thing about his videos, I'll get back into the Wolverhampton Grand in a minute, but he gives like general comments and also sensory moments, so he even like puts it down to when there is actually loud music or loud noises and such. Like for example, Act 1, 1 hour 7 minutes in, loud music, car horn, thunder, electric fence and battle scene to the end of Act 1. So yeah, I'm still on the fence with seeing that show just because I don't know how I'm going to be physically, and the Wolverhampton Grand is quite close knit, so I feel like those loud moments are going to be quite loud, but I still have time. It isn't until the end of September, so if you have seen that show then please tell me below if it is one of the faint-hearted slash nervous watchers. Thank you very much. After that, our next big show between Tuesday the 10th and 14th, Saturday the 14th, should I say, of October, we have the delightful Annie featuring Craig Revel Horwood. I am desperate to try and get myself to see that. I had the pleasure, should I say, to see Craig in Panto last year in Bristol, and he stole the show. I really enjoyed my time watching him in that, and I just think that he has the mentality and like the characterness for Miss Hannigan. He has that kind of almost panto villainy mentality. Mentality is not the word, but he has that kind of characteristics. He's had it since the Strictly days, and I just quite enjoy watching Annie anyway, so I would quite like to go and see this production. I have just noticed it says that he will not be performing on Saturday the 14th of October, so I need to do it midweek. Thank you for letting me know. We have Matthew Bourne's Romeo and Juliet between the 17th and the 21st of October. I am not one normally for ballet, but I kind of feel like I should push myself a bit more to see more things like that. So again, I might try and check it out. Obviously everyone knows the story of Romeo and Juliet, but I don't think I've fully seen a ballet version before, so who knows. But it's definitely one that I could go and watch if I have the time to do so. One that I definitely am going to try my best to go and check out is Peter Pan Goes Wrong. I have a soft spot for Mischief, and out of everything that they have put out onto television, Peter Pan Goes Wrong is definitely up there as my favourite one. It is on between Monday the 30th of October and Saturday the 4th of November, and I do believe I'd quite like to go and watch it. Please and thank you to anyone who knows me who could get me a ticket, so I don't go completely poor. But yeah, I do love a bit of mischief, and it's kind of going to build up towards the Christmas period by watching it in like the start of November. I get very Christmassy very early now, thanks to my work. So yeah, I 100% will be trying to get a ticket for that. After that, we have Wednesday the 8th to Saturday the 11th of November, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang by one of our local operatic societies, the Bilston Operatic Company. So it is a amateur performance, but we all love a bit of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, so that is also a possibility. And another thing that I am definitely going to try my hardest to watch between the 14th of November and the 18th of November, we have the one, the only, Jesus Christ Superstar. I feel like seeing this would be a full story moment, because I first saw my first ever production of Jesus Christ Superstar at the Wolverhampton Grand. And little story for you, I watched it from the top circle, which is the Grand Circle in the Grand. And what in fact had to happen is at the end of Act 2, when everyone else left, we had to stay there for a good 5 minutes afterwards. Why? Did we get stuck? Was there a crowd problem? No, I was bawling my eyes out because I don't think at the young age of, I think I was like 13, 14 at this point, I didn't expect to see the actual crucifixion happen, and this person that you kind of listen to throughout the entire show suddenly passes away. And yeah, I think it emotionally just hit me as a 13-year-old, and we had to sit there for a good 5 minutes whilst I sorted my life out. So yeah, I'm very excited to see this production. It's also the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre version from a few years back, so it's going to be an amazing production. And I do believe they've just announced who is like 3 of the leads that are going to be in this tour, with Jesus being played by the amazing Ian McIntosh, who I have tried to watch in a few things over the last few years, and I have missed him every single time. So hopefully this will be the time that I get to watch him. But yes, that I believe I said, but I'm going to say again, between the 14th and the 18th of November. After that, we go into full panto season. I did see the panto at the Grand last year, and I am going to try my hardest to watch it again. So far, they have got 3 names announced. We have the gorgeous Evie Pickrell, who is going to play Snow White, because as you can see, it's Snow White this year. And we also have Tam Ryan and Ian Adams, who has done our past, I want to say like 8 or 9 panto seasons. They are both hilarious and worth the watch, and I am going to try my hardest to go and watch the fairest panto of them all. I'm using again the Grand words. That is going to be on between the 2nd of December and the 7th of January 2024. That is crazy to think that we're nearing the end of the year by this point. We are at the end of the year by panto point. That is crazy. Crazy. After panto season has finished, our next big show is everybody's talking about Jamie, who again recently announced their tour cast, which is phenomenal. So I'm very excited to see that show again. It is on between the 23rd and the 27th of January 2024. I just really enjoy it as a show. The music is tunes and the show is just brilliant. I will be checking it out. Then between the 20th and the 24th of February we have got another show that I probably shall miss for the aforementioned Woman in Black issues. It's a spooky story. I know the twist at the end because I made someone tell me the twist at the end, because I'm probably not going to ever see 222 a ghost story. But yeah, it's probably not going to be on my list to watch. Excuse the fly that just went past the camera if you saw that. But you know, the strokes are different folks, or whatever the saying is. If I don't want to watch it, there will be 100 people who will see this show. But I'm not one for a ghost story, and I've avoided it all over London so far. I kind of don't have plans to go and see it. Sorry. 3 last shows in this booklet we have between the 27th of February and Sunday the 3rd of March. Sunday? Ooh, go you! We have 6. I quite enjoy that the picture on here is of a cast that no longer is on. I haven't seen 6 since 2020, so maybe 2024, if not sooner, will be the time for me to go and check it out again. Because I miss it. This music in it is 100% a bop, and on top of that it is a short-ish show, so you kind of just get engrossed with everything, and before you know it 70 odd minutes has happened and you're standing up dancing as you leave a theatre. So yeah, I'm excited to see that. And finally, almost finally, we have the David Walliams Awful Auntie on Stage. I've just realised I've shown pretty much every other page and not this one. Ta-da! Which is on between the 28th and the 31st of March, which apparently is Easter holiday family fun. Exciting. I've never read a David Walliams book in my life. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on David Walliams and his stories and his plays. But there is that. And then finally in this booklet, rounding off this video with another show that I do have plans to go and check out, we have The Life of Pi, which apparently doesn't have a "the" in it. Life of Pi, which is on between the 22nd and the 27th of April 2024. I heard so much about it when it was on in London and I missed it, and I'm going to try my hardest to see it on its UK tour. So there we go. I feel like I'm missing a few, but if I am, feel free to tell me down below. But yes, that was my spotlight on the Grand Theatre and its upcoming theatre season. So let me know if you've enjoyed this video, and we will make more for other theatres. But from me sitting here, I'm going to leave you be and say thank you for watching. If Grand Theatre are watching, I love you lots. But like, I know that I probably don't exist to them. But anyway, I'm going to leave you here because my phone actually did make an alarm because I need to go and put some tea on. So thank you for watching. I love you all lots, and I shall see you even next time. Bye everyone. Mwah.